Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Sergeant Blaine and Aiden, for the follow. I'm happy to finally see Sergeant Blaine. Okay, so we have the materials required for proper end rating. It's not going to take us 6 years to get where we need to be, so we can finally do things. I have a few fireworks from the gunpowder I had saved up, and then I spent 5 hours or so getting a few stacks more. We need a creeper farm. Um, One thing you don't have for end rating, what is that? We have food. We're gonna get healing pots along the way. Good render distance. Yeah, 6 render distance is gonna hurt. That is for sure. Okay, so we're actually gonna grab some ender pearls. That is another thing we don't have just yet. We've got 4 there. I think I've got a few up here somewheres. Here? That's a trap door, you moron. Do we not have a chest of ender pearls up here? Anywhere? No? To the end farm. I was just there repairing my tools. You're kind of lagging. I don't know if it's just me. Ooh, I am dropping some frames. I've dropped 360. I'm gonna keep an eye on it because I've seemed to stop. I don't know. Let me know if it keeps going, because according to my side, it's stopped. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. On my stream, it's okay. I don't know. Let's grab some fireworks. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with that. Did not mean to fire 2 fireworks there. Not dropped any more. Status is looking good. Okay. And come on. Take off, you moron. Yes, it did. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my daily rotation for stream. Okay, I'm gonna give up on that and just use ender pearls. That's not working either, guys. Well, I would say that's one of the points of streams, but it's also to inspire you to do better. I've got to say, this has been like a lot of time. You should have blue ice with boats. I've been thinking about that because it's a pain to have to travel up and down that. Go. Kind of pointless, but who got a zombie pigman into their end portal? We will never know. I really got to come out here and hand out some bans for this. Okay, here we go. Go. Aha! Did it. Yeah, I know. Oh, no! A ghast! You can't do that. Though I will say, the low render distance really helps my frames. It's awesome. To be honest, all I do is build. I don't really care about doing the survival stuff like farms. I'm kind of with you there, Sergeant Blaine, but that is one of my, like, really nice things about Minecraft, is you can focus on the building part of it, but the technical part of it makes it a lot easier to do the building part of it. The thing is, I can't see ghasts don't render on this server sometimes. Make a note, Mauve, you need to fix that. You need to increase the render distance of mobs. I did get God Gear in a full weekend before I started building. Right, I don't even have God Gear yet. Like, my sword doesn't even have sharpness. I was supposed to fix that before I left my base, because I have a sharpness book somewhere. We're gonna go fix that, because having sharpness is important. We're gonna have to travel all the way back out there. It depends on what you're fighting. If you're fighting the Wither or zombies, then yes, it's better. I have a sharpness book in here somewhere. Please? We may have to do some enchanting. I really don't want to fight without sharpness. Sharpness 5 is better if you only want one sword. Again, it depends on what you're fighting. Like, if you never do end raiding, and you only fight withers, most mobs are not undead. True. However, if you're only fighting underground, then sharpness is probably your friend. If you're only fighting outside, then sharpness is probably your friend. If you're only fighting withers, smite is your friend. If you're only fighting in the nether, smite is your friend. Okay, I'm gonna throw a book in there. Who only fights withers? Really, really weird OP people. That would be my thing there. I've yet to drop any more frames, so that seems to be a hiccup. If you're only fighting in the nether, then smite's really good. Because almost everything in the nether is undead. These, no, sharpness 1, not gonna help. I can really only do 2 enchants before I have to go that. Let's try it on a sword. 1, 2, and 2 sticks. No, a stick. We can disenchant stuff. We don't have to do junk enchants anymore. It's awesome. Okay. Unbreaking 3. Do we want to risk it? I don't think so. Disenchanter is over here. Looting 3. Don't really want to risk it. Did I just... No. Like, no, there's no way I duped that. Can we agree then? Sharpness 5 is like better in 90% of the cases. Definitely not 90, but most. Something like 40 compared to the rest being like... There we go! Okay, compared to the rest being like 10 each. So, Anvil. Okay. 33 and too expensive. Beautiful. Okay, so we have Mending, Sweeping Edge 3, and a Breaking 3. And Breaking 3, Fire Aspect 2, and Sharpness. So really the only thing I need is Mending and Sweeping Edge on that one. Also, I meant Sharpness 5 compared to Smite 5, not all enchants. So it would be like 60 compared to 40 then. We have Unbreaking 3 on there. I don't think you can put thorns on a sword. And we don't have another Sweeping Edge book. Okay. We're going to go grab a Mending book and throw that on that sword then. It's not fair! I want internet! Well, you gotta pay, and you gotta wait. Fortune 3. I think Mending is in this book. It is. And Elytra, go! Come on. There we go. Also, I modified my tower a little bit. I have a nice little Elytra post here. Why do your chests feel like they fill the entire block? It is literally because they do. I have a texture pack that does that. Fire Aspect 2, Mending, Sharpness 4, Unbreaking 3. I think that is now better than this sword. Looting 3. That is something we need. Oh my gosh. Don't have a looting book. I have looting 2. Oh, the old classic chest model. Yes. We don't need Sweeping Edge to fight Shulkers because they don't, what pack is it? It's one James and I made together. It's not one that's publicly available, I don't think. Oh, I don't have looting. Yeah, but I'm not really going for a God Sword at the moment. I just want one that's good for the case that I have. Come on. Mending, Impaling, Affinity and Silk Touch, Fortune, Mending, Feather Falling, Ding, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3. Guys, we're gonna have to enchant another sword because we need looting 3 to fight shulkers because they won't always drop a shell. Come on. Jerk. Wasted my rockets. They don't. So it's like a 25% chance if you don't have looting, and it's like a 75% chance if you do have looting. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and look that up. Ta-da! Looting 3 is 75. I believe so. We're gonna go ahead and look it up though. Shulkers. Shulker. Okay. Drops. So, a 50% chance of dropping a shell when killed. This is increased by 6.25% chance per level of looting for a maximum of 68.75. So we can increase it by 18.75% chance with looting 3. Do you think it's worth it? Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Da-da-da-dum. Well, it's always worth it. Always. 1, 2. And a stick, please. 1. Yes, I have 1 stick. But we need to go to the end farm because I do not have enough levels. Warp. And farm. Looting 3 is useful in general. It is. And in fact, I'm fairly certain I had a sharpness 5 looting. Do we not have a crafting table in here, guys? Actually, though. Okay, here we go. Like, wait a second. Where's our crafting table? What do I have? Smite. Hey, there you go. We have smite. And do we have these guys? Neffy and Minnie made it. Blame them if something's wrong with it. Well, I made it with them. I did all the redstone at least. I didn't do much of the actual, like, build. Might again. Not say we did. Might 3, that's even worse. I'm just gonna waste all of my levels doing this, and I really do not want to disenchant that sword. And they keep going close to each other. I did actually find a redstone block that can't break when chunks unload. Yeah, there are a ton of those. Sharpness 4. Oh, thank you. Well, I kinda found it myself. Fuel. Without YouTube. Even better. Da-da-da-dum. Over here. Knockback. Beautiful. I use it for my disco floor. Well, I made a clock for disco ceiling that doesn't break on chunk unload. Disco ceiling. I don't know anything about it. Ask Dylan. It's a weird idea. And it's very laggy. And most important, kinda, is that it's silent. Yes. The ceiling is not silent, but the clock is, in my case. Looting 2. Okay, we have a looting 2 book. I am happy with that. However, now I need 30 levels. How is the ceiling not silent? You got note blocks. No, I ended up using pistons to make a 1-wide tileable, pre-configurable state that allows you to say, okay, this one's going to be on in this state, and this one's going to be off. So it pushes down, turns on a light, then this one comes up, and this one's off. So I cause an update up here. It turns on the observers, and the observers toggle 2 redstone blocks up and down. It turns on lights below. I could not figure out how to make a 1-wide tileable design for a random output generator. I can show you the redstone, but I don't think I can show you the area yet. Redstone's pretty simple. But yeah, it's not silent because it fires pistons. So it's really laggy. Because there's a ton of light updates. Come on, level 30. Mine is not too laggy. It depends on how fast you update it, as well as if you leave any lights on. I ended up decreasing a lot of the... How does the farm work? So we have an Enderman spawning platform up here, an Endermite in the middle, and the Enderman will get mad at the Endermite, run towards his middle, trip on the trapdoors, all the way down here. They're currently frozen because there's not a player in the area. But once I start, or once I switch to survival mode, they'll start falling again. It's happy days for everybody. 7 by 7 area. I think ours is like 13 by 13. Whoa, neat! Yeah, it's a really nice farm to have. I don't have that much space. You dug out an entire circle and you don't have that much space. Good to know. I used the wrong sword and now it's damaged. Bane of Arthropods. Beautiful. Okay, how much is this going to cost? 19. So we've got Fire Aspect 2, Knockback 2, Looting 3, Mending Sharpness 4, and Unbreaking 3. We're going to stick this other one in here, along with the axe. Okay? We're going to grab our bow. And arrows. And we're going to leave the logs and pork chops in there. Move a little bit of this steak over. It's in the new hotel, not in my city. Nice. That kind of makes more sense then. I need to get a trash can over here. But I guess for now this works. Natural trash can. I'm going to have a party when I open it. Nice. Okay, we're all set. I'm not going to cheat, and I'm going to go all the way from here. Which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Okay? And into the nether portal. Now what are all of these pings? Okay, interesting. It was pinged like 3 times in the Minecraft Cape support channel. Hey guys, we did it! Can we turn in time? Did it! Aha! I'm gonna head on the ground now. Come on. Perfect. We managed to do it! Awesome. Da-da-dum. Okay. Go. And into here. Let's jump off from here. Now, which one is least likely to be raided already? They all have platforms. So I'm gonna go through this one. I don't know which direction I need to go now. We need to go towards a positive direction. We're going away from 0, 0. However, this looks suspiciously like void. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, we need the number going up. What am I thinking? This is going up. We're good. Like, no, we need to go positive, but we went in the negative direction before. Ah, slow chunk loading. That's good news, I think. Okay, so we started a discussion last time about if my chat would unlock game design. Yes. So we were talking about how there are different ways of playing the game between building and making farms. That is actually one of the things I really, really enjoy about Minecraft because everybody gets to kind of do their own thing, particularly in multiplayer servers. If somebody really does just like building, then that's all they have to do in a multiplayer server. They have to do something to be able to make money, and that could be building in some cases. Or that could be manual resource collection, such as if they have to dig out a large area for their build, they can sell the stone. But that's one of the things that I'm always struggling with trying to do this. Like economy balancing is making sure that all of the different styles of gameplay are accessible to how the economy works, while still keeping it somewhat vanilla. I mean, I got an elytra for building something for someone on the server. Exactly. People are willing to pay for good build skills, which means if you really do enjoy just building, then you're pretty well set. Um, you know, 3 length rockets would have been nice, but I don't think it makes too big of a difference either way. So that's one of the reasons why we ended up deciding on having diamonds being the hard form of the currency, because you really should be able to get diamonds at any level or style of gameplay. I'll gladly sell my build skills for nice. Diamonds really are something that you need at any level of gameplay anyway. So it's not something you can really just go without, like if we were to base it on sugarcane, which kind of makes sense since it makes paper, but also not because it's so easily farmable. Did we turn completely around? I think we did. I have no idea though. I'm having such a hard time keeping the right direction. So positive Z, negative X. We need to go towards the red line. It's so hard to keep where you're going with this because there are so few chunks loaded. Maybe I should increase my local render distance. I feel like it's already at 12 though. It is. I don't really want to have it higher than that. And it'll actually stop us from going in unloaded chunks, I think. Well, it's good to have one item that is available infinity for a certain price, because it's basically how gold was IRL. It dictates the worth of money. Exactly. And the reason we chose diamonds is because you literally cannot farm them. It requires some hard amount of time dedicated to gaining the item. Um, so there's no way to bypass that without just straight cheating. Um, so we actually enabled an anti-X-ray feature. Well, you can't get diamonds from coal, and there are coal farms. Wither farms drop coal, or wither skeleton farms. So that technically is farmable. Yeah, they do. There's no other item that is not farmable. You can also get coal from certain villagers. Lapis. You can buy lapis from clerics for emeralds. So if emeralds are farmable, which they most definitely are, you can farm lapis. Well, you could buy lapis from villagers in the old cleric system too. Mojang have actually stated that they're wanting to keep diamonds unfarmable. So they're likely to never put in a system that allows them to be farmed. Again, I feel like we turned around. No, we didn't. Oh my gosh, what is this? Like, I just build. Yeah, that's fair. This chunk loading. I might as well be walking. And like, instead of flying over these islands, I should just walk and then fly when I need to, instead of wasting the rockets. I think that's probably better. Because it's loading at about walking speed. Well, running speed, but still. I've got a cleric, can get lapis and redstone if I needed it from him. Yep, and there are actual like mob mob-based redstone farms. You can get a ton of redstone from witch farms, which is something I have yet to build in survival, and I want to try this time around. But I gotta find a actual like good witch hut to do that. See, I think this is actually a good way to do it with how slow the chunks are loading. Oh, yay! I'm taking a ton of fall damage. Perfect. So like run along the islands and then fly across the gaps. I've seen a witch farm that somehow spawned 20 to 30 witches per second. I wonder what the most useless non-farmable item is. Name a non-farmable item, and we'll talk about how useless it is. Start there. Because we're still struggling to name non-farmable items. Endstone is somewhat non-farmable. It's really, really hard to farm. You have to resummon the Ender Dragon to farm it. So there's that. It's hard to farm, but it's not unfarmable. Yes, end stone. You end up getting end stone around the center portal when you resummon the Ender Dragon. It's everywhere, yes, but it's not farmable. Like you can't. So are diamonds. Diamonds are everywhere, but like you can't definitively like duplicate it out of nothing. That's what's defined as farmable. You can't get it from one specific place forever. There's a defined limit to how much you can get within an area. Yeah, it's super easy to get, but it's not farmable. Like dirt, right? So you can get dirt really easily. Um, but the only way to, oh geez, come on, stop. I'm gonna take a ton of fall damage here in a second. Could you farm pillagers? You can, because they introduced the new raid system. And they also have outposts where they will respawn. And then you can kill the pillager leader there, get a raid. Then if you have a village there, then they'll spawn more frequently. I've actually seen pillager farms already. Pillager farms happened in the third pre-release. Was it a pre-release? I think so. So yeah, pillager farms have been a thing for quite a while. Grass is technically not farmable if you don't have a starting grass block to spread. That doesn't count because that's like saying rotten flesh isn't farmable if you don't have a spawning platform. Thank you for the 10-year anniversary thing. Come on, Elytra. But to be honest, large farms are mostly useless. I would disagree with that. It depends on what level you end up playing, to be honest. Large farms are useful for what they're useful for. You can use large farms to do some things, and if you need that amount of resources, then that's great. If not, then yeah, I'd say you probably don't need those resources. If they seem useless to you, then they're probably useless to you. But there are people that need that many resources of that specific type of drop. So, but with dirt, like I said, you can't actually farm it. Iron farms, gold farms, I can understand. Okay? Where am I going? I don't see another island anywhere. But like sugarcane. Okay, well, what if I wanted to build a massive, what's it called? Oh, look, things. A massive, what is that, like, triangle-shaped thing that the Egyptians built? A pyramid. What if I wanted to build a massive pyramid out of emerald blocks? I would need a ton of sugarcane to trade with my villagers. Shulker 1. We've got iron ingots. We've got gold. We've got more iron ingots. We've got a sword with smite 4. Okay. And a shulker shell. Awesome. There are pretty absurd reasons, though. Just use diamonds. Well, diamonds aren't farmable. That's kind of where this discussion started, actually. So, that's not really an absurd reason, because that's the way some people play. Come on, come on. We gotta dodge. Oh, that was a little more kickback than I was wanting. One there. Why are these guys flashing? Help! Do not... Dang it, I opened my GUI. Who builds an ugly pyramid made out of emeralds? I don't know. I think it would fit pretty well in like a, Oh, I've angered an Enderman. I feel like it would fit pretty well in like a jungle temple. Like just highlight it with emeralds. Where did that guy go? I have no idea. At most the top, not the entire thing. Well, you would still need a ridiculous amount depending on how large your pyramid is. Like, what if it goes all the way to build height? Then you've got at least like a 20 by 20 thing to fill at the top. So, people build that big. It's a thing. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Got him once. Okay, turn and go. Come on, come on. He closed! Why would you ever do such a thing? Didn't even hit him. He closed again. Come on, come on. Please! Thank you! I should have gotten a power bow! And he closed again, and I almost got hit. Struggling so much with this one shulker. Just like coming from the side. There we go. And a shell. Perfect. Yeah, elytra, please. Now, we get to get the two guys at the front. What villager is even able to trade 20 double chests of sugarcane? Cartographer or, ouch, librarian. You just have to do it repeatedly. It's not going to take all of it at once. You just have to do it repeatedly. Doesn't the trade lock out? It resets every day, like multiple times. It doesn't just lock out permanently. Gonna take a while then. Yep, sure is. But I can guarantee I've traded at least 20 double chests of sugarcane. I'm going to die. Beautiful. Trades restock up to twice a day. I'm fairly certain they also restock first thing in the morning, like if you manage to trade with them overnight, but I'm not sure. I know they did in 1.13, but they've rebalanced at 1.14, and it's been broken in 1.14.4. No, they did in 1.14.3, but they changed it in 1.14.4, and it's been absolutely broken on the server since then, and I don't know why. I completely disagree with you, Sergeant Blaine. People do use that amount of drops. I guarantee it. It's also due to the amount of time that you may have to be able to dedicate to gathering materials from said farm. Because keep in mind, those chunks have to be loaded for the farm to work. So if your farm is able to go faster, then you have to dedicate less time to gathering said materials. You're not going to build every farm on top of your base, particularly ones that are locational. So I completely disagree with you on that front. But look. Hello. Land. There we go. Would have preferred not to take damage there. Jump! What are you going to use your double stacks of iron for then? Like 30 beacons then? That's what I did last time. I seriously had like 45 beacons set up around my base. Come on, come on. Please! Please? Okay, I give up. You're dead. Okay, let's gather the shells, and then we're gonna go out and get the guy that teleported away. I guess a non-pro survival player just can't understand. In a way, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's pro. It's more just a different style of playing, like we were talking about earlier. Some people play not necessarily at that level, but to that degree. Some people have everything set up in that way, others don't, and I'm getting sick of this. So I don't see any more, and I have taken more fall damage. Yeah, some people play that way, others don't. You don't have to. To be honest, there are some farms that would make me able to get away with creative in building, though. Exactly! That's the point. Oh, come on. Where did this guy go? Oh, here he is. Aha! What? He teleported above me! That was a very bad move on your part. But okay. we're gonna go with that. I think that's everybody from here. Get too many shells. For example, gold, iron, wood, cow, sheep. Exactly. That's the whole point in farms. And we've actually missed the two entrances here. Is to make it easier to build. Like, did you think they built farms just for the sake of building farms? Some people do. Maybe if they're just building the farms to do the tutorials, but if you think of like Il Mango, which is one of the biggest people that goes around and build farms, he has a whole survival server that has been maintained since like 1.6 that is entirely built around doing massive, massive projects. You cannot think of any reason why an ice farm would be useful. No reason at all. Stackable water sources, for instance? Well, for some reasons. Okay. Now, what about now that you have blue ice, right? Which is 9 stacks for a packed ice, or 9 packed ice. Okay, 9 ice for 1 packed ice. Blue ice lasts forever. Oh, how long has it existed? They made it in 1.13. So, but that's why you're seeing a ton of blue ice farms lately. Or ice farms. Like, particularly the ones that do a ton of output. Because it's 1 packed ice is 9 ice, and 1 blue ice is 9 packed ice, if I could actually get language to work. I won't ever be putting time into those kinds of farms, though. And that's fair. Like I said, you don't have to. But people do. Pushing items through water streams and ice like I'm doing now. Exactly. You need ice for those kinds of things. Hey, check it out. We got another one. Oh, I thought you were a shulker. That's disappointing. I know there's one in here, though. Hi. Just the ones useful to building. Still depends on the size, though. Okay. So, the reason ice farms have been revisited since 1.13 or 14, I honestly don't remember when they added blue ice. I think it was 13 because they added glaciers. But they made it craftable in 1.14, I think. If you don't have massive streams, you probably won't need an entire farm for it. If you're making it out of packed ice, you would need an entire farm for it. But it depends on what you mean by massive. Like, I'm thinking massive 200 or 300 blocks long. Some people may think massive 30 or 40 blocks long. You can get ice from ice spike biomes, though. You can... Oh my gosh. My elytra. Why? You can, but you don't get it consistently, and you're destroying a biome. A lot of people don't like gathering resources from depleting resources from biomes because it ends up destroying what would be an otherwise great looking biome. Like, the reason they added that to spruce trees was so that you could have a farm that creates podzol, so you don't have to completely obliterate a podzol biome just to get a nice looking grass block. Well, there is like an infinite world almost. There is. But are you going to travel all the way out to 30 million blocks just so you have... I'm getting sick of this. Just so you have podzol? No, the problem is now you have a biome that's obliterated, and if you need that much podzol, like you're covering an entire island with podzol, you now have the issue of you have to destroy a biome to make another biome. And now you've completely emptied that biome, now you have to move on to another one. Some people actually do build at that scale. Not everybody, sure, which means the farms aren't for everybody, but there are people that use those farms and really, really enjoy being able to build at that scale. I don't like seeing Fallout Wastelands in my adventures where biomes should be. Exactly. So a lot of people really do try and avoid that. Like, I, for instance, if I end up destroying a biome, will try and make something out of it instead. And into here. Perfection. I can also always ask if I can have some items from other people who do have the farms. Exactly, which is the point in having a player market, which we need to finish. And... poof. I'm going to die. Fails. I know. Come on. Well, I did it, but I still failed somewhat. Ah, thank you, Arrow, for overriding my food there. I want to market my build skills so I can sell it. Nice. I have a skelly farm, which I let everyone use. We can make that a public warp if it's all set up properly. Have you seen the document on it? Come on, come on, come on. Chunks load, please. Come on. And... No! Elytra! Why? Oh my gosh, this server lag. Pesky gas trying to kill me, puppies! Nice. Come on, come on. So, I think all in all, um, not every farm is meant for everybody. There are very specific farms that not everybody is going to use. I hope the hotel that I will be making can get a warp. I'm trying my best to make it have everything an average survivor would need to do most things, except massive farms, and making it look amazing. Well, that probably means it'll pass the warp test. World, where have you gone? Hello? Oh, there we go. We have land. Trying to keep an eye on my Y height in the top corner there. Where is this warp document? Just a moment. I'm going to see if I can land here. But the server's wanting to kill me. Okay. Come on. Let me go find it. To stint. Okay. Here's the lease. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to send it in chat. Oh, I forgot to show you that redstone. That's basically what I did. Except I didn't make it cascade. The pistons are what make it loud. Not from the inside. But yeah, it is visible from the outside. Okay, I see what you did. So, one of Dylan's requirements was that it was random. He didn't want it to cascade across the ceiling. It's such a weird thing. He didn't want it to cascade across the ceiling. He wanted it to display random blocks on the ceiling. So, it's a little bit strange, but yeah, I can see how you would make that silent, and why it wouldn't be nearly as laggy. So the problem is that he wanted one set of blocks to display, then another set, then a different set, then a different set. I could only get it to display alternating sets, because I couldn't get it to be random. Because I could not make a one-wide tileable randomizer. Because generally you end up using droppers, hoppers, and a comparator. But you can't compare vertically, you can only compare horizontally. So it just didn't work. Come on, come on. I really, really hate how slow these chunks load. I'm gonna walk across here. Probably take a little bit of fall damage. You open the trap door. I don't think that counts because there's nowhere else to put those hoppers. See, that kind of thing isn't really what we're talking about. It's more if you have to walk on the redstone, or if you have to interact with it by like placing or breaking a redstone dust, something like that. Like for example, the Guardian farm that they're wanting to make public, you can see the sorter behind the sorting system because there's no other way to do it. You have to be able to see it in order for the sorting system to work. It's more along the lines of we don't want redstone going into the build area. We just want it to be separate from it. Blast rocket. What on earth? Wrong with this chunk? Okay then. This is really slow. Come on. Thank you. So, back to the game design discussion. I really like in Minecraft how everything has its own purpose. And it's something I swear I could talk for hours about. Everything does its own thing when you put it together into a farm. It's not like in modded, which this is a valid way to do it. Oh, look at that, we have a city. No ship though. Everything does its own thing when you put it together into a farm. You have hoppers moving items from one block to another. Then you have, I'm going to stand here. Then you have minecarts and rails and chests, each doing specifically what they're designed to do. But when you put them together in a certain way and orientation, they do something specific and beyond what they do alone. Can you guys stop knocking me out of this door? It's a specific area that can go block by block. So, for example... No! You can't do this to me. Please! Okay. So if you have a collection system for a farm, it's not just like a hopper that picks up things within a radius, or a single block that does that. It's actually a hopper minecart on rails that picks up items through blocks that you then have to move the item. No, you cannot do this. Please. Here goes my second potion of healing. It's actually a minecart hopper that you have to move through blocks. Please open. And around to every area that you end up picking up items. It's a pain, but the fact that it does that and you have to tell it to do that is kind of cool. Did we get a shell? We did not. Let's ender pearl to here. Walk out of the block. I think that's all the shells from there. Let's go there. Okay. No more shells. Well, my hotel will only have a melon farm for food for the occupants. Okay. Got a shulker here. Come on, buddy. Maybe a small bamboo and sugarcane farm too. There's actually a bamboo and sugarcane farm that looks really good that I'm going to send you a link to. That you could actually incorporate into its design. I'm going to leave that. I did not mean to ender pearl to this chest. Kind of pointless. That's a pretty good iron pickaxe. Depending on Unbreaking 3, I will leave that. All farms go into the cellar. Well, it ends up being like a massive field of sugarcane and bamboo. However, what you end up doing is you move like a sweeper across the field that breaks it, and then you get to collect items from the ground with like a hopper minecart system. So it looks really cool. And it works really well with like mansion designs and stuff. Well, I still have a ton of space above ground, yeah. It's just like a massive field of sugarcane and stuff. And it looks really good. It's been kind of outmoded with the zero-tick farms, but it's good for like a small amount of sugarcane and bamboo, particularly if the area is loaded a lot. Call, please. I think the hotel will be done in 3 to 5 days. Nice. I hear popping. What? Why are you attacking me when you can't even see me? Lots off work. You realize of is only spelled with one O, right? Or did you just not notice this? Luckily, I get help. I don't have all of the items and the manual placing is so also nice. Of, like if you're saying lots of work, it's spelled with one F. Off is two. It's just like that's the third time I've seen you make that mistake. Come on, we're gonna go up here. Turn around. Gonna have to ender pearl. That was a failure and a half. People get what I say though, but you're doing extra work. Why do I feel like sharpness is still not helping me? Well, the lag's definitely not helping me. There we go. That was kind of a tick. Oh geez. There we go. It's about to die again. You need Bane of Square Pods V. Nice. Ah! Shot myself. Come on. Open. You jerk! Think that's everybody but the guys at the entrances. I think we already got those, but let's fly up and check. Yep, that is empty. Cool. Let's go to the entrances. I'm gonna shoot myself. I did. It's like, wait a second, I'm right in the path of that arrow now. I actually might know a farm, which I think is actually useless to make. Fire away. Chorus fruit farm. Chorus fruit makes purple. So this stuff. It does, in fact. So, well, it's useless as an... I thought it only TP you randomly. So if you cook this stuff, 4 of them will make purple. See? Popped chorus fruit. Yep. The more you know. That is empty. Let's get going. I think when my bow breaks, we're going to call it a day, because it's probably going to be instant death. Neat! Yes! Well, I did come from 1.8 modded. My question would then be, was it pre or post 1.9? Because I remember a 1.8 mod that brought back end cities and such from 1.9. When 1.8 was still like the big modding platform for like a good 2 years after 1.9. Come on, come on. I feel like I have to zigzag looking for islands. It's getting annoying. Please, load in the chunks. Just gonna fly in this direction for a second. 1.7 and 1.8 was where the most mod packs were. It's still a thing. A downport mod, interesting. Yes, they downported all of the 1.9, 1.10, and 1.11 features before they just gave up. Yeah, it still is. There's like 70,000 mods on CurseForge for 1.7 and less than 10,000 for every other version combined. It's ridiculous. The amount of time we spent modding for 1.7 has actually made like this really bad taste in the modding community about modding for previous versions. My all-time favorite mod is Draconic Evolution. I would say that's a pretty cool mod. There are a lot more in-depth ones, but that one does stand as a cool basis for a lot of interesting add-ons. I wouldn't necessarily say that's a good standalone mod, but it does end up adding a lot of cool things. The reactor you can build is really cool, yes, but Draconic Evolution offers no way to properly fill it. You end up having to use other mods for that. I don't really get into mods since the abundance of 1.7 exclusive mods. Yeah, but those mods that you have in 1.7 are still a really, really fun experience to play with. I'm currently doing a 1.7 pack called Regrowth on my Saturday stream. Yeah, definitely in conjunction with other mods. There are a lot of really good standalone mods out there too. Blood Magic, Botania is like specifically designed to work with vanilla. Botania is. Let's see. CapeCraft is really good, though I have been told that they've switched to a different developer as of late. Um, so those are generally the three big magic mods. Then you've got standalone tech mods like Ender.io. Let's be honest though, too many items and too little items is most useful mod ever. I would have to agree with you there to an extent. I honestly dislike them, but I have to use them simply because of the amount of items and recipes. Um, but I really wish there was a better solution than just, oh, would you look at that? We have everything displayed for you. Yeah. You would have a ridiculously hard time finding recipes in mod packs, considering most of them don't actually offer an online wiki. So that's a thing. Or even knowing what items, exactly. Particularly in kitchen sink packs, where there's no walkthrough whatsoever. Come on, come on. Chunks, please! I don't want to run into any trees. Yeah, mod packs are really, really fun. They can expand the game in really cool ways. Yeah, showcases are fun. Automated everything. So how can you like modded farms, but not vanilla farms? Because the amount of ridiculous farms and modded is even more. Because you end up automating things you'll never need. Like the production of bricks just because you can. Oh, End City. Sweet. They look way cooler. Arguable. Oh, I feel like this has already been rated-ish. Rated-ish. That's a word. Ah, it has. And a pro, thank you. With the item transports, the item pipes, true. Kind of sad that that was already rated, and there was just the one shulker. Actually, what's the entrance look like? Rated. Okay. Kind of weird that they left that one right out in the open. Yes, that is one thing that I will definitely say is awesome about modded. They add way more like creative possibilities. I think you've mentioned Chisel and Bits before, right? Do you know about it? Because that's a 1.10 mod. Where are we going? There's no land for me. Nope, that's not it. So Chisels and Bits, you get one block space, right? And within that block space, you can chisel every single 16th pixel, or every 16th piece. So I could take this whole block and literally take off this one corner. Yeah, so I can take this end stone piece and literally like just take out each corner, but I can take it out piece by piece. It is a massive time sink. I think it's something you would really, really love though. Right, statues, furniture, text art. Something I really love seeing with it is like doing graffiti on buildings. That was really cool. Come on. Because like you could use all of the different textures to get different colors and shapes. And then you would end up with all of these nice little arts done on the walls. Help. How did I end up down here? What is this? No, I'm gonna die. What? And now I'm in front of an end city. Thank you, server. That was more than lag. That was reality breaking. A little bit more than lag. Sometimes tech mods can get way too complicated for me though, like computer mod. Yeah, the computers mod is quite crazy. Back up, back up, back up. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna fall. The Matrix. You can do almost anything with it. Yeah, but the question is that almost anything worth it in the end? It's like saying you can technically script a robot to wake you up in the morning, but is that really better than just using an alarm clock? Well, I meant things useful for MC. Yeah, but it's still the same. Please. Please. And caught him. And we're gonna ender pearl down before this runs out. No shell, though. Where have you gone? Did he kill himself? I think he killed himself. 1. Come on, open. Come on. You're gonna open? We're gonna have to go up there. Please? I don't want to shoot myself. There we go. So we're gonna try to land right... Oh, thank you, server! I totally wanted to have all of my momentum stolen from me. And 1, 2, 3. They're down! No! Ah, good job, Mauve. 1... And that's a little high. Oh, because I'm moving up. I did not realize that. I landed and didn't realize I was floating. I only use mods that don't really change core gameplay, like Zero's minimap and not enough items. Also Minecraft capes. Yeah, that's fair. There are a lot of mods that can really change how you play the game. If you ever start, like just getting bored with Minecraft, I'd really suggest trying that out. I think end rating without Feather Falling 4 would be a bad idea. It would. Hence why I'm not doing it. Really, if there's one thing that I would suggest going into the end with, it's Feather Falling 4. Okay, so we've got him. How much durability does my bow have left? I did not want chunk borders or F3. Durability 2. Guys, we've got 2 shots with the bow left. What on earth did I just upload? What? I have no idea. Who are you fighting? Apparently not me. How is this? Was that with Sharex? It was, but I uploaded something and I don't know what. I just smashed my keyboard. And there's my bow breaking. Dodge. Ready to go. Come on. Use mending crossbow. I honestly haven't gotten too far behind the crossbows yet. It's amazing with the fast reload. I have a couple of quick charge books, but it'd be nice if the server would actually realize what I'm trying to do here. Hold on. Can you actually just walk under an extended shulker? That's amazing. Well, that's one useful thing for shulkers, but I really wish the server would catch up with me. I feel like I'm going to wake up dead. There we go. At least I got a shell from it. We'll try getting a shulker where you need it to be for that function. And it being open whenever you need it to do that function. Okay, on that note, let's clear the city. Make sure we've got everybody where we need them to be. Which I guess is dead, so that's not really a place. Nobody is left. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Well, no. I will not see you tomorrow. I will see you Thursday, because I'm not streaming tomorrow. See you all on Thursday.